Hello, friends. This is Mr. Mullet Gaming presenting a review show focused on the RPG video game genre. A nuclear holocaust, mutated monsters, cryogenics, and magical swords are just a taste of what Crystalis has to offer. So prepare your fallout shelters and let's check it out. Crystalis is an action RPG video game developed and published by SNK for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Released in 1990, the game has a unique and compelling story which begins on October 1st, 1997. A nuclear war erupts, bringing death and destruction to the world. A once thriving, modern, and technologically advanced civilization is brought to its knees. Now, 100 years after the Great War, a mysterious magician emerges from a cryogenic sleep, where primitive villages and mutated monsters roam the land. Our hero is informed that he was thawed out by 3 wise men and 1 wise woman, and discovers that a second apocalypse is on the horizon. Led by the evil Dragonian Empire who will stop at nothing to ensnare humanity. Crystalis is presented in a top-down perspective, like The Legend of Zelda. Taking advantage of the D-pad, players can move and attack freely in 8 different directions. Typical to RPGs, players visit towns, talk to villagers, upgrade equipment, and rest at inns. Once enemies are defeated, players will gain experience points and acquire money. I found grinding quite easy, and unlike many RPGs, reaching your maximum experience level of 16 can be easily achieved. Gameplay is engaging, addicting, and satisfying. SNK nailed the action-based elements and created an amazing fighting experience. I'd consider Crystalis a dungeon crawler. Players will be trekking through many caves and temples, encountering enemies and finding items. These labyrinths can be confusing, especially late in the game, and filled with many monsters who can poison, petrify, or paralyze. With a little trial and error, finding one's way through these treacherous catacombs are manageable and rewarding. The game centers around acquiring 4 elemental swords: wind, fire, water, and lightning. Each sword is stronger than the next and upgraded to a maximum level of 3. Additionally, stronger armor can be bought or found in dungeons. Throughout the game, players will use different spells which are needed to progress. I personally found the spells fun and exciting to use. A slightly annoying component is the frequent switching between inventory items. In many rooms of dungeons, it's not uncommon to change swords and magic. I discovered this is a common complaint. I had a fantastic time during my playthrough of Crystalis. Unlike many RPGs from the 80s and 90s, Crystalis offers a linear experience. What I enjoyed best about the game is the elaborate story. The merge of science fiction and high fantasy are done well. Incorporating real fears like nuclear warfare was rarely experienced in a video game of this genre at this time. As the story progresses, the background of the protagonist and other characters are revealed, adding thought-provoking depth to the story. The graphics and color palette are great for an NES game. Enemies are well designed and look amazing. And the music. Crystalis has many fantastic tracks that are extremely catchy. I mean, check this out. The sound effects are satisfying, especially when defeating enemies. But when the character player is hit, an annoying screeching sound is heard. This is a little obnoxious at the beginning of the game, but a minor issue and does nothing to ruin the fun. Overall, Crystalis is at the low end of difficulty. Sure, dungeons will become longer and more maze-like, and Enemies will be more challenging as players progress. However, maxing out my level, I found myself running through late game dungeons, avoiding enemies. I will say some items are challenging to find. There may be instances where you need to perform a certain set of tasks or engage in a certain dialogue order to progress the story. This can be a little frustrating, but if you are looking to complete this playthrough without using an online guide, patience, exploration, and talking to the townspeople will certainly help. You can find Crystalis on Nintendo Switch Online, but when playing and recording footage for this video, I experienced screen dimming. After a few hours, I transitioned to the SNK collection and restarted my playthrough. I experienced no screen dimming, and the SNK collection button configuration was more intuitive to access inventory items. If you're true to playing on original hardware, a loose cart of Crystalis is affordable, ranging from $20 to $30. Complete in box will set you back between $50 and $100. If not playing on OG hardware, I highly recommend playing on the SNK collection. I did 100% Crystalis, which isn't hard to achieve. I based this on completely leveling up my character, finding all quest items, acquiring the strongest equipment and spells. The manual is a good indicator of what is needed in the game. It took me about 14 hours to 100% the game, which is a little longer than the 10.5 hours indicated on how long to beat. Regardless, this is a short RPG, one that will keep you coming back for more. Crystalis is one of the best video games that I've played on the NES. Everything about this game is fantastic. Therefore, I give Crystalis a 9 out of 10. A few minor issues hold this game back from a perfect 10, but overall, this game is a great time. Sadly, we never got a sequel or remake of Crystalis, but a port for the Game Boy Color was released in 2000. I feel a modern-day remake would be well received today. A missed opportunity in my eyes. If you played this game before, please let me know about your experience in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Keep grinding.